But speaking of video games,
Yeah.
Persona 5.
Dude, you had an hour to play Persona 5?
Yeah, so I didn't even.
You didn't even get past the tutorial.
I don't think so. I'll tell you exactly where I got up to. I
Okay.
got up to the first it was the school had been turned into a castle, and the teacher.
Kamoshida?
Yeah, Kamoshita
okay,
was
okay.
like in his underwear going. You can't
Oh,
fuck."
yeah.
And he just got like.
Oh, you did get past the tutorial then?
Oh, is it the tutorial? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
He just got like I just got my persona.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you're at the beginning of level 1.
Yeah.
So you just got past the tutorial.
That is the Persona
That's the
experience
Persona
in a
experience.
I
nutshell.
will say, I touched the controller like 3 times in that hour. I want to be honest, like the game for the first hour, I won't lie, because I was sitting there and I was like, there's got to be a better way to like introduce this game than to just basically have a movie,
Yeah.
like annoying text.
Well,
Because
here's
a lot of the text, I was like, oh my god, come on.
here's the secret of Persona. It's actually secretly just a visual novel.
It is a
Yeah,
visual
I
novel.
realized this.
It's a
And I
visual
was
novel.
like, and then so the first hour of the game, you know, you have the cutscene where you're being chased, then you get caught, taken to the interrogation room. A very attractive woman interrogates us, and then, and then it's like you're probably wondering how I got here. Doodle, doodle, you know, that,
Yeah.
and then it recalls what happens. And then you know we pushed a guy over who was harassing a woman.
Yep.
We go to jail.
Yep.
Or not jail.
You get
we
interrogated.
get interrogated, and then we have to get moved to another school, and everyone's a dick to us.
Yeah.
And then there's just like weird app on our phone that's like, whoa, you know. And the whole time, I will say the parts when I got most frustrated was when it was like, go to the house in the first hour. And I was like, why? You've given me 19 cutscenes up until this point. Why are you making me walk around to someone's door? Just do it. Just do it. You know you want to do it.
Well, because they have to give you a game to play.
It was like literally go straight, then turn right. And it was
Yeah.
like, all right, now a cutscene. I'm like, that's crazy. Just fucking cutscene this shit. And then when I can actually play the game, wake me up, you know? And,
This is the exact reaction I was hoping for.
and then like, by far the most egregious part of this game, and I don't know if it gets worse than this, and this is the part where I was like, no, you have to be kidding me.
Yeah.
They were like, go to school. And I was like, okay, sure. So I go to the train station.
Yeah.
And then I get on the train. I'm like, cool. So then I get, and it's like, change train station. I was like, what?
Oh, you got to Shibuya?
No. It was like, I had a train, not Shibuya, somewhere else. It was like changed to the Ginza line.
No, it's Shibuya.
Oh, okay.
It's Shibuya.
And I was like, what the fuck?
It's a 1-to-1 recreation of Shibuya
Is it
Station.
Shibuya or Shinjuku?
It's Shibuya.
Shibuya,
Okay,
Shibuya.
okay.
And I was like, what? I was like, you want me to change train?
Yep.
And I was like, okay, well, I guess I know how to do that. I live in Japan. And I was like following the signs to the Ginza thing. And then it randomly just stopped. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I tried to go where it's to go to the Ginza lines, like, and it was like closed for construction. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like, find another way around. I was like, what? And so I spent like 5 minutes trying to find the other way around. And I was like, who is this for?
That's the Persona experience. If the Persona
And I
experience.
realized this is for people who just like, this is like a soft pilling people on wanting to move to Japan.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
it
all-
it
like-
totally
Of course it
worked.
is.
It totally worked.
Of course it
I
is.
remember.
That's all it is, I feel like.
Yeah.
I was sitting there, I was like, you would only
1,000,000%.
there's no way you would think this is cool that you have to change trains and do all this dumb shit
Yeah.
unless you like dreamed about your life in Japan.
100%.
Bro, yeah, and it, you know what? It totally fucking worked. Because I remember the first time I went to Japan on holiday, I just walked around town, put on the Persona music, and I was like, this is the greatest
Okay, the
experience
music,
I've ever.
fucking phenomenal.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Menus, phenomenal. That shit runs so good on PC, by the
Also,
way.
it's the most beautiful UI you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks phenomenal on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think, I don't know how it looks on PS5, but I mean, I imagine it just
Looks
runs
great on
better
PS5,
on the
yeah.
PC,
Yeah.
right? Like, it just looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Like, not much to hate on, but I just couldn't believe they made me change the trains.
Also, you getting lost in Shibuya Station is the most pivotal Persona moment. Everyone goes through
What's
this.
crazy that I literally know where the Ginza line is.
Yeah.
And I've been
You
there.
think you do.
Yeah.
And like, it doesn't look like that now because they changed it.
Yeah, that's the old Ginza.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
because when we first visited, I think 2007. No, sorry, when we visited in 2017,
That's what it looked like.
which is what it looked like, and that was when Gaunt had just finished playing. Because I know that because on that trip, it
Yeah.
was like us three, and Gaunt kept bringing up like, I've been playing Persona, going around.
I know exactly where the Ginza line
I
is.
know where to go, guys. Don't worry about it.
And obviously, like, yeah, they updated the Ginza line for the Olympics.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
way different, and I think much easier to get to now.
Oh, much
Yeah,
easier.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they have that big outside area where you can just get to it really easily.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, this is why. I was like, why have you done this? Like, this is weird. It's like, yeah, you could do that, but what purpose does it serve?
Immersion.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
It's
But
immersion.
it was not fun. I don't like doing that in real life.
That's because you have to do it in real life.
Yeah.
You know? That's
Why
because,
would I like it
That's
in the
because
game?
you've already been Japan pilled, so you
Yeah.
already
already
have
been
that
Japan
experience.
It's crazy though, like how they have like this cool combat system, and they
Yeah. constantly
constantly just wouldn't let me do it because they were like, "No, you have to go and talk to the old man." And I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
fine, I don't mind doing that." You know, and he's a cool character.
Yeah, because a Persona is half RPG, half visual novel.
Nah, it's more visual novel.
Well, you didn't get
Well,
to the
you
RPG.
didn't get to the
True.
RPG
Yeah, yeah,
section,
yeah.
But like, it did feel like when I was playing it, I was like, It's like, yeah, you would only like this is like a. I was trying to think like who this was for because I was like, this is such a weird mix of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very, very popular and loved. And I was like, man, I just feel like this is hard to get into.
Yeah. It's for people who love visual novels and love JRPGs.
Yeah.
And
a
if
lot
you
of
if you don't love either one, then I feel like games like that are really difficult to play.
I like RPGs.
Yeah.
And I like the
But you don't like
talking
visual
aspects,
novels.
But visual novels I really don't
Yeah.
enjoy.
So I think that's why
Yeah.
you found this frustrating.
It was tough.
I feel like, okay, so
I mean, it was expected, to be honest.
yeah. Because I feel like to truly get into like the gameplay loop, you need to play Persona for at least like 3 hours, I think is like the magic number.
I said that on the recording. I said like,
Yeah.
look, I would never play a Final Fantasy game for 1 hour.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
feel like that's the kind of the same treatment
Yeah.
where like,
Yeah.
if you give Final Fantasy 1 hour, you will be bored because the
Yeah.
first hour of Final Fantasy is setting the stage.
Yeah.
It's not good. And I said that like, look, with an hour of Persona 5, I think it's honestly the worst way to play it.
Yeah.
Because not only do I now have a bad impression of Persona that has been cemented because I think it was boring for an hour, like, but I would think that about any Final Fantasy game, including
Yeah.
the 3
Yeah.
I've played and loved.
I
Yeah.
feel
So like if
like-
I'd had 5 hours,
Yeah.
it might have been a different story.
I feel like if you had at least finished Kamoshida's Castle,
Yeah.
then I think that is the full as much of a Persona package
Yeah.
that you can get, where
Yeah.
you can make an actual discernible decision. Yeah.
Because like the what was I going to say? I forgot now already. I also a lot of the dialogue initially I felt like was inconsequential. The dialogue trees, like I felt like it didn't fucking matter what I picked.
Yeah, some of them
like,
are just
eh.
there. Some are just some memes.
And I'm like, just play the dialogue. Don't give me. I hate fake choices in video games.
Yeah.
because I feel like you're not adding anything.
But
Like,
here's
I-
the thing. But here's the thing that with Persona, if you play it for long enough, some of them do have actual remarkable
Right.
decisions,
Yeah.
but you just don't know it.
Also,
So it's conditioning you to be like every choice is important.
I don't know if I'm crazy, but spending 1 hour Joker's boring as fuck.
He is boring.
He is
So boring.
Yeah, he's boring.
Yeah.
I would rather of them just like.
Actually, you can say that about most, if not all, Persona.
I can't think
protagonists.
because they're just meant to be like a blank slate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would rather them just give some character because it was the most jarring part was that everyone else was voice acting but my character.
Yeah.
And I was
That's
like,
every Persona
yeah.
game.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, this is just jarring because it's
Yeah.
like I'm having a one-way conversation with a fucking wall.
Well, it's because you're supposed to merge.
And also,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm crazy. I played with the Japanese voice on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the voices I just thought were not good
Which one?
for some of the characters. Like the fucking goblin dude sounded like ass.
Goblin dude?
The one when you go to the dream world, and the goblin's talking to you.
Oh, the Goblin. Igor.
Igor.
Oh, Igor.
His voice changed though over the years.
I don't think his voice fits him
The
at all.
super deep voice, right?
Yeah, it doesn't sound even 1 inch of how he looks.
Because in Persona 3, he was like, "Konnichiwa," like he was very
that
like,
sounds
yeah,
like
like he was
when I-
literally like,
yeah.
"Eh."
when I saw him, I was like, "Oh, that's how you sound." Then he just goes like, "Yes, I'm the Goblin Man. I will lead you in dreams." And you're like,
the Goblin man.
and you're like, "What the fuck?" There was a lot of voices that I thought, "Huh." Surprisingly, I don't like the Japanese one here.
Huh.
Like, but the old coffee shop man, I loved his voice. He was great.
Oh, yeah.
he was a great character.
He's,
Yeah.
he's the goat.
I
He
would
was my
say-
favorite character in
Yeah.
the first hour of the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the goat.
I mean, I will say he also had Igor also had a deep voice in the English dub as well.
Yeah. But did he sound more goblin-like? Because he looks like a goblin. I want a little bit of to it.
Nah, he definitely sounded like a smooth gentleman.
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I
In
would say I
five.
was there is a reason for that, which you're never gonna get to. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
Actually,
also,
Yeah.
I don't know. Also, like I don't know, man. A lot of the stuff was weird in the game, but I
Yeah.
I enjoyed when I got to play it. I liked it, which
Yeah.
was about 5 minutes tops.
it's like the moment that the real persona experience starts is when you have to decide what you're going to do for a day.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
When something isn't just like mandatory, just like
Yeah,
you
because
on,
I felt
on
like the
rails.
days didn't mean anything right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, exactly. There will reach a moment where you wake up and you're like,
You
what
have
do
to
I want to do today?
Yeah, and it's also like you have to finish this castle within this many days, and you can
That's a cool.
choose
that's a
to
cool concept,
tackle
yeah.
the days in different ways.
Oh, it's time management.
It's time management,
Yeah.
the video game.
Yeah.
I didn't really feel like I know that you can like schmooze characters and romance them.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that kind of stuff doesn't really interest me because I'm like, there's no gameplay benefit to schmoozing.
Actually,
There is in
Oh, there is?
Persona. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool then.
So by schmoozing characters, and you could just be like schmoozing to be friends.
Yeah.
When you reach
But
like
not all the characters are playable, right?
not all characters
all
are
of them are,
playable,
right.
but like every character brings you a certain benefits.
Oh, that's cool then.
Like
Yeah.
in terms of like the gameplay mode.
Oh, okay.
So
So
sometimes
it's kind of like in Pokemon, right? Like you know how there's like
okay.
different types.
Yeah.
So in Persona, there's also different types of personas that you can have.
Yeah.
And each character levels up a certain type of persona. So
Yeah.
if you like certain types of personas
cool.
to play with, then you best be schmoozing a certain character that levels them
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Okay.
But also some characters, even if they aren't playable in the game, every character in Persona gives you that maybe sometimes they unlock a new gameplay mechanic
Yeah.
that makes fights like a little bit easier.
Yeah.
And some other people make it easier for you to, you know,
That's fair.
buy stuff.
Yeah.
I can't remember what every character does, but
I just, yeah, I can't. I would love to. And I said this a bunch in my thing. I was like, man, I'd love to get into this game, but
yeah.
I just can't play a 100+ hour game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
That's,
It's
Yeah.
just like,
That's-
I just can't.
that's,
Yeah.
that's totally fair.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
totally fair.
wish I could because I'm sure if there was a 10-hour version of Persona that felt like the full experience, I'd love it. But
Yeah.
I can't justify 100
It's hard.
hours.
It's hard. Yeah.
Because I don't know. I remember watching a streamer one time who played it, and I remember every day for like a month he was playing it, and I was
Yeah.
like, bro, I can't imagine just a month of my time being like because when I play games, because it's almost like
That was me with Dragon Quest
Yeah,
XI.
my thought process and my thought space is almost taken up by what game I'm playing.
Yeah.
Because like right now I'm playing Satisfactory a bunch.
Yeah.
And I'm just always thinking about that game because that's what I'm playing right now and I'm not done with it.
Right.
And so I know I would get burnt out with Persona because I'm not the kind of guy who can put 30 hours into a game, leave it for a month, and then come back. I just can't do that.
You can't do that with a Persona game either.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because there's too much story involved.
that's
You'd
also
forget.
like, that's crazy that it's like, you are married to this game.
Yeah.
You have to play it.
If you start a Persona game, you need to be dedicated enough to finish it.
What year did it come out?
2017, right?
Yeah, I'd
the
say
original
that's about right.
P5,
Yeah, I like
that sounds,
2016?
that sounds about right.
something like that.
Yeah.
I like the I loved all the menus.
2017.
I loved all the menus. I loved all the animated cutscenes. I loved all the like the border animations and the
Yeah,
the
visually it's
Yeah, yeah.
Visually, it's really cool. It's interesting because you think of I almost think of Persona as a new game, but then when
Yeah.
you see like the 3D world, you're like, oh yeah, it does feel 2015.
Yeah.
Like it looks 2015
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
way, like a lot of the like way. But it was fun. I just wish that I could have had 4 hours in 1 hour
Yeah.
in a way.
And also, if it wasn't like 100 hours, did you play Royal, or did you play
Royal.
Royal?
'Cause
Okay,
I think that's the PC version.
right. And
Is
that's
the
the
normal
long.
one
That's
out?
the longer.
That's the longer
version
one as well.
So what do they add in Royal that makes it longer?
There's 2 extra levels at the end, and the
Oh, it's at the end,
storyline is
right?
different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because they introduce a pivotal character at the very beginning that completely changes the story.
Yeah. So did you get to is it cheerleading character?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay. No, that's after Kamoshida.
Oh,
Pretty
okay.
sure,
Okay.
yeah.
I haven't played Royal, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
I think it's after the first dungeon you meet, or it's like in between that
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
So which is like the game? Like what's the
Royal is probably the more.
like the director's vision?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the director's cut.
Yeah, I would say so
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
That's the reason I haven't played Royal either is because the same reason, just like so much time.
Yeah.
And it's not a stream-friendly game either. It's not
no.
something that...
Because no one's gonna like if someone comes in on hour 80 of Elden Ring, they can understand what's going on.
Yes,
They don't
yeah.
need a lot of prior knowledge.
Yeah.
They just see you fighting one of the bosses. They're like, oh, I'm a strap in. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
With Persona, they'll be like, I don't know who's romance. I don't know what route he's going down. I don't know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
he's done. Like it's like,
And if you've never seen the game either, you'd be like, "Can you
no.
fill me
Yeah.
in on 50 hours of the last 50 hours of gameplay?"
because I remember watching like I said, I watched him play it, and I remember thinking like,
Like,
I
what's
don't-
going on?
I don't know what the fuck is going on at any point in this game.
Yeah.
But I really like as an anime fan, like I almost felt like it was my job to like Persona,
No,
especially when it came out because it was kind of
Yeah.
almost everything I wanted. You know?
Right.
It was
Yeah.
like it was weeb shit. It was a long game. It was cool. and it had so much Japan life.
Yeah, but here's
Yeah.
the thing, Connor. The before you get to that stage, you got to complete level 0, which is liking and respecting visual novels.
how much when people play Persona, how many of those people do you think are like percentage wise that are like just love Japan and like want to like love Japan? I guess like Japanese culture.
I'd say a majority.
Like most of them. Like
Yeah, I mean, overseas players, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that Persona is basically just it's like playing an anime, basically.
Yeah.
You are playing at the same time a high school romance, a slice of life, and
A shonen.
and also a shonen
Yeah.
action. It's like all of those things combined into one with the same tropes that you probably, made you
right.
an anime fan in the first place. And you just basically get
But
to...
this time you get to write the story.
Yeah, you get to write the story.
Well, I mean, overall, didn't have that much fun with it, but I think that's more of a
That's more of a time investment thing.
it's a time
Yeah.
thing.
Even as a Persona fan, I know that I will need at least 3-4 hours to actually get into this game. Because when I played Persona 3 Reload, I was like, okay, I need at least a 3-4 hour time period where I'm free before I can start playing this game. Otherwise, I'm just not going to get into it.
Yeah. Well, 2 days from now, they're bringing out a brand new one.
What?
Yeah. Oh, it's not a Persona game, but it's made by the same guy who made Persona.
Oh, okay.
But it's a completely new game.
Metaphor
Refantasia.
Yeah.
I'm playing the fuck out of that game.
I'd say the worst part of Persona 5 is best girl is not romanceable.
Really?
Oh, the Hifumi?
Huh?
Hifumi? The shogi girl?
No, she is romanceable.
Oh, wait, which one? Which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about
The teacher?
not the teacher. The teacher's romanceable as
lawyer.
well. The lawyer.
The lawyer.
Oh,
yeah,
the
yeah,
lawyer.
yeah, yeah.
I wanted to romance her.
Yeah, I was like, I
Yeah.
was the entire time I was like waiting in my first playthrough.
Wait,
I
did
was
you see
like,
the doctor?
The doctor?
Oh, he hasn't seen the
Oh,
doctor.
he hasn't seen the
yet.
doctor.
Woo!
I think I would have remembered if I saw the doctor.
Yeah,
based
true.
on what you're saying.
Yeah.
He hasn't seen the teacher either.
You haven't seen the teacher.
Yeah.
If you were to
Oh,
ever
the teacher I did meet.
The teacher you didn't.
No, but you haven't seen.
You haven't seen the
teacher.
real teacher. You haven't seen,
You haven't seen the real teacher.
the real one.
It's like, show me the real teacher. No, the real teacher.
You haven't seen Becky.
You haven't
know
seen
what I'm
Becky,
saying?
yeah.
God.
That's when you would get hooked.
Persona fans know what's up.
So TLDR, would have loved to gotten into it. Sadly, didn't really enjoy the first hour of Persona.
Yeah.
As it was
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, look,
a
I
rail
think Gant and I and everyone watching this video knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what your thoughts were
Yeah.
going to be. But that's fine. It's
Listen,
cool.
it's flawed, but chat, fuck viewers. We only have X amount of time that we can spend.
Yeah.
We got to
Yeah.
do over a lot of things, and I would love for it to have been a 5-hour sesh. Get into it.
Yeah.
But at that point, you wouldn't hear from me because I would not have stopped playing. So